Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the different races in Blox fruits, how to get them, and which ones are the best for every seed. So first of all, what is the Blox fruit race? So in Blox fruits, you could either be human, rabbit, angel, cyborg, ghoul, or shark. I'll explain what each of these do in a second, but here are some of the ways that you can obtain them. First of all, if you have 3,500 fragments and you're in the second seed, you can talk to this NPC here. Oh, never mind, it's 3,000 frags. He'll say go away. You don't have 3,000, but if you do, you can reroll your race like that. If you collect bones from shadow chests, you can also come over to Death King. This is probably the best way to buy it right now. And you can buy a race reroll right here for 300 bones. And I think the final way is coming over to the shop, scrolling down, and buying change race for 90 Robux. So if you're still in the first seed, there's a chance you could have human, shark, angel, or rabbit race. When you create a new account, you have a 62.5% chance to have human. Your avatar will just look normal. You have a 12.5% chance to have angel. You'll have little wings on your back. 12.5% chance to have shark. You'll have this tail on your back, but a little bit smaller, and I don't think it moves. And you have a little chance to have rabbit, and you'll have some little, like, rabbit ears or something, I think. And I'm pretty sure as V1, which is the maximum race unlock that you can have in the first seed, shark, you can swim with a fruit, but you take just a tiny bit of damage. So it'd take, like, an entire minute to kill you. Angel, I think you just jump a little bit higher, and then you maybe get one extra jump when you do this, but I don't think so. Rabbit just increases your walk speed by a little bit, so you'll probably be about this fast. This thing just increases my speed. I don't think human gives any buffs at the start, so I don't think you're missing out on anything from the human if you start with one of those other races. So the best for first seed, I'd say, is probably rabbit, but it doesn't really matter because the buffs aren't that big. Because instead of having shark, you can just come over to the boat dealer and get this dinghy for free. And jumping a little higher really doesn't matter. Okay, here's where races start to get a little bit more advanced. So if you get to the second seed and you reach level 850, you can get race V2. So if you come over to the green zone, which is just across this bridge from the like Dressrosa where you start, Kingdom of Rose. You can walk back here, behind this flower, and talk to the alchemist. He'll tell you that you need to unlock further powers. There's 3 flowers you have to find. It's just the same for every race. The first one, the red flower, can spawn at any time. Never mind, it can only spawn during the day. And it could spawn up on this pillar up here, right there. It could spawn back behind here. Wait, back here on green zone. Up here at the mansion, it could spawn anywhere in here. And then the final place it could spawn, just go straight from the mansion, down, and check right here. It could also spawn there. And that's flower 1, the red flower. Now the blue flower, it only spawns during night. It could be found anywhere on this part of Graveyard Island. If you look off of Graveyard Island, there's this little island over here. I mean, you could barely even call this an island. You're going to want to come in this little door right here, jump up. Okay, if I can figure out how to jump up, and it'll spawn somewhere in this grass. The final location, you can teleport. If the teleport works, it's behind the Kingdom of Rose, by the way. So remote. It'll be found somewhere over on this island. And then flower 3, the yellow flower, you get by just killing NPCs, because be patient and you'll get it sometime. Now, I don't have the stats for what everything does, like right here, right now, because you'd have to do it for the race. But if you talk to this guy again, he'll say thanks for the money. You need to spend 500,000 belly, so this money right here. And then he'll give you the race V2, and it has a pretty good buff. Now, this one's a bit harder. If you come back, so if you go to Cafe, you go over where the diamond boss is, over here. You come off the edge, down this hill right here. I think I'm getting bounty hunted. and talk to this guy, Arrow. This is how you get the race V3. And I'm going to be going over the quest for every single race to get the V3. For human, you have to kill 3 bosses, Diamond, Jeremy, and Fajita. For shark, you have to kill a naturally spawned sea beast. For mink, rabbit, you have to collect 30 chests anywhere around the map of Second Sea. For angel, you have to kill another player in the server that has angel. Cyborg is really easy. You just have to give Arrow any physical Blox fruit, so you could unstore it from your inventory, or you could give him a rocket fruit, rip Kilo. And then Ghoul's probably the hardest one. You have to defeat 5 different players. So that's how to get every V2 and V3, but I didn't go over how to get every V1. Also, you need to have $2 million, and you need to pay it for him for each one. But I need to tell you how to get Cyborg and Ghoul, so let's start with Ghoul. If you're level 1000, come to Graveyard Island and go into the Cursed Ship by killing any NPC here, so like this one. Just by killing it, you have a slight chance to get Ectoplasm, so if I go to my inventory search Ecto, I have 815, and it's pretty easy to get. It takes like 3 NPCs for one. You need to get 100 Ectoplasm, and also this race is pretty tough to get. Then you need to come over here. If you see in chat the message, "A shiver runs down your spine," the Cursed Captain raid boss will spawn here, and if you kill it, you have a slight chance. I can't remember what it's called, hold on. Okay, you have a slight chance to go like this blue fire thing in your inventory. So then, you're gonna want to come down here, talk to this NPC right here, and give him the thing, and it'll switch you to the Ghoul race. It's that easy. And now, I've already been Ghoul, so it says, would you like to change your race to Ghoul again? Now let's go over how to get Cyborg. Okay, so this race is probably the hardest one. You need to come over to Hot and Cold with a Fist of Darkness that you can get from collecting chests or killing sea beasts. Somebody took the fruit that spawned. You're going to want to come down onto this big stone thing in this door with the Fist of Darkness. So like this rocket fruit, stand in here and then click it. It'll give you a little confirmation up here, and it'll say you need some kind of brain. So you can get the brain by coming over here. This is pretty difficult to get, by the way. This is where you get the Law or Order raid chip. You're going to come in here, talk to this guy, and buy it for 1,000 fragments. Then you're going to fight the boss, and it has a 2.5% chance of giving you the core brain. After you get the core brain, you're going to come up here again. So back into here, place it in this machine, and then you can go down a secret staircase in there and buy the race for 2,500 fragments. Also, you need 2,500 for Cyborg. We have 3 more things to go over. First of all, what every V3 actually does. The first race is human. You'll get an ability right here, and when you click it, a little orangish red ring will go around you. It's called Last Resort. The lower your HP is when you use it, the more damage you will do. Rabbit just makes you like a lot faster, and these abilities do have a little bit of a cooldown. So when you use Rabbit, you'll just be like extremely fast. Temporarily, so like 5 seconds. The shark ability is called Water Body. As you can see, I have it right here. So that's kind of what the V3 looks like, just a different color for every race. And it only lasted like 3 to 5 seconds, but Water Body decreases your damage taken by a lot. Angel's ability is called Heavenly Blood, which reduces damage by a little bit, heals you 20%, and brings back your energy. Cyborg has an ability called Energy Core, and when the ring goes around you, it puts out some like shocks. It gets rid of this hockey so you can't see them from a while away, and when they hit you, you'll automatically take damage, and it just does damage. Ghoul has an ability called Heightened Senses, which kind of just gives like a bunch of random buffs. And the last thing you need to know is I would say the best race in Second Sea would probably be the Rabbit race, because you can get around and grind a lot faster with V2 and V3. Since in the second sea you don't really need to worry about PvPing and you don't really need to swim, Shark and Human are automatically out. That ability does not do much for killing NPCs. Honestly, Cyborg and Ghoul, they're just pretty difficult to get, and it's not really worth wasting your time. Even if you have it, I'd just recommend staying with Rabbit, because it just helps you get around quick. And Angel is just like no help for second seed. This is the final and most advanced part of Race V4, or of races. It's called Race V4. I'm not trying to die here. Maybe I should go to my private server. But you need to come in here with a God's Chalice. Go around with the 3 different legendary hockey colors. I'll explain how to do this all in another video. Place the God's Chalice after using all the hockey colors. Oh my god. After Ripindra spawns, you need to kill Ripindra, which is not that hard. Come over here to the redhead mural, talk to it, and it will tell you to go somewhere. So what you need to do is go to the great tree, and you need to somehow find a way to get all the way up to the top. I recommend switching to anything with a flight ability like rocket, spin, or light. And then just going in first person and flying straight up. Okay, I'm here at the top. It's going to say, you feel a force here, a remnant of the past. Use it. You're going to go in here, come back, talk to this guy right here. Wait, no, maybe it's not this guy. I think it is. Yep, you're going to talk to that person right there and go back out. Then you're going to go back to Castle on the Sea. Come back over here. Talk to this thing one more time, and it should say this. That place may hold the key to the greater power involving a full moon. You don't need a full moon anymore. You need to go out. I would recommend starting at Tiki Outpost. Go out past 6 on your compass for the danger zone. And look for Mirage Island. Then you need to wait for it to be night. I don't think it needs to be a full moon anymore, but I would do it on a full moon, because I'm pretty sure it might have to be. Go to the highest part. So, like, there's a bunch of different hills on Mirage Island. Just go to the tallest one. Stare at the moon like this. And use your Race V3 like that. And then the moon should start glowing. But before you do this, I'm sorry, another step. You have to kill Doe King. I'll explain how to get and kill Doe King in another video. After doing all that, if you have the mirror fractal from killing Doe King, you have to go around looking on Mirage Island for a blue gear. And once you have that, you're pretty much done. You need to go back to the Temple of Time, pull the lever, get 2 other friends with a different race than you that already completed all the quests. Wait for a full moon. All go into your different temples representing your race. Use your Race V3 at the same time. Do a different trial. Each race is a different trial. They're all pretty easy. PvP, usually you should let the person who's getting the Race V4 win. Follow the blue orb, get the gear, and you have Race V4. And there is no best race for the 3rd sea. It all depends on what you want to be able to do. If you want to run really fast, use Rabbit. If you want to have a bunch of defense and be able to swim, use Shark. If you want to do just like a ton of damage, use Human. It could be anything depending on what your PvP preferences are. Grinding doesn't really matter anymore. So that's going to be all for this video. I hope it helped, and I hope you know which race to get now and how to get them. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.